I'm Aiman, and welcome back to another video in my series of videos on the installation of this Vikio 42-inch hood range. And so right now we were in the middle of installation. Sorry we can't show you the process during it, but we're at a point where I can give you an update about what we've done, because this is a really old house, about 50 years old. So there's a lot of modifications that we had to do in order to get this to fit into our old home. So first off, you can see the setup that we used to actually take off the old range, and then we're going to use it to install it, which we just put a table above the oven and then used a car jack. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. So we used a car jack to support it as we took it down, and we're going to use it to support it as we put it back up. We have the template here for when we install it later, which has where all the holes are going to be as we screw them in. It's spelled installation. Interesting. And talking about how we had to incorporate it into our home, there's a lot of things that we had to do. First off, you can see right here, a lot of stuff has been carved out. And so the reason that we need to carve this out is because we're trying to ventilate the air through the back. So there's already a vent that we have for it, but that vent is actually not in a good position based off of the template, because we're using this vent. And so the hole used to be this size, so we needed to carve it out a bit more in order to get it in the right position and right size for this new vent. But because we had to carve out the wall, this vent's actually not going to open. So we're going to have to take off this door and patch it up so that the air flows back through that vent. Next up, in order to plug in the hood range, it has a cable that just goes into a power outlet. However, our old hood range was hardwired. It came directly from the house. So what we did was we found that hardwire connection, and we, instead of looping it through the back, looped it up through the wall and to an outlet. So now we've taken that hardwire connection and put an outlet to it, so now we can just plug and play the hood range. So now we should be ready to install the hood range, which we'll give you an update what that looks like after it's done. Yeah, so I can also point out we have this hole here. This is because the hood has the cable coming out of the top. Before, the hood was plugged in through the back, so we had to make that hole through the cabinet so that we can loop it through into that outlet. And you can do something pretty similar if you have a setup like we do. Although I'm probably not going to do a video on it, because these are all discrete steps that I've done separate videos on. If you're not confident with some of these steps, you can always consult or hire a certified electrician. But basically, installing an outlet, that's something that you can do, drilling through the cabinet. I'd say the only thing that's uncertain is probably this area right here. As you can see, there's a stud here. Actually, I'll point out with that stud, we drilled one hole for the outlet before, and it turns out that's exactly right on a stud. So before you drill, you probably want to check where the studs are behind the wall before you drill a hole. But also, the reason that this is going to be so hard is because it just makes there's not really an easy way to route the air now with this new vent that we have. Like, we can't cut out the stud really easily, and I'm not really sure how to summarize this in a succinct way, but you can tell it's going to be hard to use this on that. But all we're going to do now is we're going to patch things up, put some sheetrock on, make this look a bit more nicer. Or not here, because this is going to get covered up, but like make everything look nice so that my mom is okay, because this whole restoration is for her, and we want to make sure that everything looks nice on the outside. Of course, this is going to be in the cabinet, so that's going to be okay if it's hidden behind things, but just making sure that everything is nice and okay for the next maybe 20 years. Okay, so that's it for this video. Once we have it installed, we'll do a final update video, and maybe we'll show you it in action. Okay, I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I've got videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on this range, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. doesn't seem like there's really an orientation, but I'm just going to put it the way that it was. This is where the top of the gate was, the top of the flap was, so I'm going to put this facing towards the top, just for consistency's sake.